Okay, so update 4 is right around the corner. There's no real confirmed release date, but it's been a long time since it was announced, and we can assume it's coming within the next month, or I guess few weeks even. So I thought it'd be a good idea to just read some of your suggestions for update 4, try and get the community involved, and try and voice your opinions. Now, obviously I cannot read everyone's suggestion, so if you think if I missed your suggestion, or if you have a suggestion for update 4, make sure to leave in the comments below. I always read every single comment, so if you want to, share your opinion, please do so below in the comment section. But without further ado, let's get right into the first suggestion. So the first suggestion is from Kakashi of the Drip. Great name, by the way. He says, while using Diablade Jambe, you can regain stamina instead of being unable to regen stamina while losing 5 every 2 seconds. Yeah, I completely can get behind this. I think Diablade Jambe very much, it drains too much stamina, so it cannot be used for long enough, and it's also just not a very great fighting style. It was definitely very overhyped, especially by the devs and that kind of thing. I think a lot of the player base also thought it was going to be really, really good, but it turned out to be average at best. It's not a great fighting style, in my opinion. Definitely not that great in PvP. He also says new races in update 4. He says Sulong, which is going to be an advanced mink race that can transform at night. I don't think Sulong should be a race. I think it should be a race progression. So you do a quest, or you do a certain amount of, similar to how Haki works, you would do an action a certain amount of times, and then eventually you could unlock Sulong form. So I don't think it should be just like an unlockable race that you spin for. I think it should be a racial progression for minks. Next up we have giants. Giants, I just think they should add more height customization options. I don't think it should be like a race. I think it should be like you can set your height higher than it is currently, because in One Piece there are a lot of characters that are giant humans. They're not necessarily giants, and they're not necessarily, I guess they are more humans, but they're just really, really tall. Like, I think Don Krieg was like 11 foot or something. So it makes a lot of sense that you would add some sort of basically more height ranges for characters. That would definitely be really interesting to see. It would add more diversity in terms of players, and basically it would lead to everyone not looking the same in the game, which is a big issue, I think, in terms of character customization. Next we have Merfolk as a race he suggested. I mean, I guess that works. I think that would be a pretty cool race. He says gets legs at level 30. I mean, sure. I don't really have a problem with that. I don't think Merfolk should get legs though, because I'm pretty sure it's only the women who get legs, and it's the men who just keep the tail for the entirety of their life. We had the Long Arm tribe, which is basically just more range, which is kind of busted, but whatever. Three Eye Tribe, more Ken range, and +1 dodge. I mean, these are all interesting race ideas, but I don't think they should be a priority for update 4 especially. Long Leg Tribe, buffed black leg damage. That one doesn't make too much sense, but I get what he's trying to say. Tribes are random if you roll human, normal. Okay, that's pretty interesting. So it would be when you roll human, not all humans are the same. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty nice idea. Definitely could see that being added. We have zombies. No. Zombies aren't a race. They're like a product of Mori's fruit. So I think if you're going to add zombies, it shouldn't be a race. That's kind of... I don't think that's a good idea, personally. Then he says King's Race. I think King's Race is a little bit... I do not think we can really add King's Race yet, because we don't really know what race he is. So I don't think that's a good idea just yet, because we're not sure what powers he has because of his race, or what kind of passives he would get. So yeah, I'm going to have to disagree on that one. But he also talks about weapons in the suggestions. He said Sea Stone Sword. Generally weak, but takes stamina away from fruit users. I could see this being a cool weapon. I'm assuming when you say Sea Stone Sword, you are talking about Smoker's Jitte, which is something that I would really like to see in the game. It's a very unique looking weapon, just visually, but also I think the playstyle would be really cool, and it would give fruitless users a chance against fruit like Lokias. So definitely a very good idea there. We have Spiked Mace. That's kind of like Kaido's weapon, I think, or I guess you could also reference Alvida from the start of One Piece, because she also used the spiked mace. So yeah, spiked mace could be an interesting weapon, definitely. We have slingshot, multiple shots to use ammo, each with different effects and cooldowns. Awesome, yeah, slingshot, all of Usopp's like slingshot stuff could be great to see in the game. I think you should probably start with stuff like the basic stuff, like his like really small slingshot, and then move up to stuff like the pop greens and that kind of thing. He also suggests a Logia cannon. He says basically a Mega Man arm that the Logia user can shoot their element through. Interesting idea, definitely interesting idea. I personally don't think it's a priority at the moment, but also definitely a cool idea. We have a suggestion from Benito, and he says, bro, if galleons are not fixed in update 4, we gotta riot. Okay, I completely agree. If galleons are not fixed in update 4, I will be very disappointed in Furyu and the dev team. It's a really simple issue, like it's flinging us, so just stop it flinging us. I know I'm simplifying it hugely, but I'm sure it's not too big of an issue, and definitely it should be fixed in update 4, 100%. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. Great suggestion. I think that's a really important suggestion too, because galleon flinging is a huge issue right now. Next we have a suggestion from Penus Verd, and he says, Buso Haki Color reroll code in update 4. Oh, a reroll code. I think they should just... I'm not sure about Buso Haki Color. I think it's just a good idea, because we already have like Ken Haki Color. Like when you see people with Ken Haki, it depends on what color you have, and you can reroll for that. So it makes sense if you could reroll for like Buso Haki Color too. I could definitely see that being very interesting to see in the game. We have a suggestion from Cole06, but he says Haki duration extension in update 4. I completely agree with the suggestion. Haki is too short. The duration of Haki right now is too short, and it's not really great for PvP, and it definitely needs to be extended. I know that they were showing in the Discord recently some sort of like Haki sneak peek that showed like a new Haki like color, so maybe that's the upgraded form. That'd be really interesting to see how that turns out. We have a suggestion from Shrek, and he says, we are almost at update 4 and there's still no bulk buying for logs and potions. I agree with this, but also, who the hell is buying potions at the moment? I have never bought a potion. I haven't bought a potion, I think, in weeks. Maybe even months. They need to make potions useful and not just useless items that you can only like... There's a lot of clunky mechanics that are based around potions, like the fact that when you drink it, it like resets your inventory. It's kind of a really strange thing, and I definitely think they should add bulk buying. Bulk buying would definitely make it a lot more... Bulk buying would definitely fix one of the like quality of life issues with the potions and logs and that kind of thing. We have a suggestion from Sus Dude, and he says a hook weapon for update 4 has an impale move like Trident, but less damage and a slash that causes bleeding. Personally, I always wanted the hook, Crocodile's hook, to have some sort of stamina drain move. That could definitely be really interesting. But in general, I would love to see the hook implemented into the GPO. It's such a really interesting weapon. It's definitely not like what you would normally see. It's not like a sword or an axe or a hammer. It's very much a standalone thing that's kind of unique, and it's also pretty close range, so it could be one of the first like good close range weapons. We have a suggestion from Ender L Random, and he says pity system for boss drops update 4 date. I can definitely get behind a pity system for boss drops. Update 4 date, I don't think they can release it just yet, because I don't think Furyu even knows when the update is going to be done. I think there's still a lot that needs to be finished, and also I would rather he takes his time and fixes some bugs than just releases the update and it's a catastrophe. We have a suggestion from Callum here, and it says Devil Fruit reset and stat point reset for Peli. I mean, good idea. Personally, I would prefer if it wasn't Peli and it was like a different currency in game, like some sort of like I don't know if you've seen One Piece Final Chapter 2, but they had a island capture system that would give you capture points, which could then be spent on like stat point resets and all these different things that were really crucial to the game. However, you could just use Peli if you want to go simple, and I would be cool with that completely. We have dungeon mode balancing. I can't really comment on that because I haven't actually played a lot of dungeons. I think I've only played like 1 or 2 or 3 dungeons. I'm not a big fan of dungeons. I just haven't really had the motivation to play them. We have accessory system rework. Definitely is a good idea at adding purchasable vanity items which can go over the top of accessories like scarf, etc. Definitely a great idea for Peli. Next up we have summer event. Released on update 4 or 5, the summer event will most likely... Sorry, I'm trying to read this. Go to an event island. Oh, cool, like an event island. Okay, that works. The thing is with summer is not necessarily a holiday in terms of like Christmas, Easter, Halloween. I guess people do celebrate summer, but it's not like, it doesn't have any like connotations attached to it, so you can't just be like, hey, it's summer, let's get a Easter bunny, or let's just have a sun, boss. You know, there's a lot of things that come along with things like Easter and Christmas that make it easy to implement into a game. Summer, not so much. Can you please add Crocodile as a boss in the Alabaster arc? I mean, that works, definitely. I can see that being added. Crocodile would be awesome as a boss. Definitely some sort of sand fruit boss is very important. And Alabaster, I have made 3 videos on Alabaster. So I think I've already expressed my feelings about Alabaster and how it should be implemented. So yeah, make sure to go watch those. I'll leave them linked in the description below. But yeah, that is where I'm going to end today's video. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I try and keep my videos an open discussion. So if you want to share your opinion, please leave a comment down below. And that is all for today. I hope you're having a great day, evening, whatever time it is for you. And I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye guys.